Can justice ever be truly objective, or is it always influenced by subjective factors? It's a question that has been debated by philosophers, legal scholars, and ordinary people for centuries. On one hand, justice is often thought of as an ideal, something that should be impartial and fair to all. On the other hand, justice is administered by human beings, who are inherently subjective and biased in their perceptions and judgments. So which is it? Can justice be truly objective, or is it always influenced by subjective factors? First, let's define what we mean by objective and subjective. Objective means that something is free from personal opinions, biases, or emotions and is based on facts or evidence. Subjective, on the other hand, means that something is influenced by personal opinions, biases, or emotions and may not be based on facts or evidence. So when we ask whether justice can be truly objective, we're essentially asking whether it's possible for judges, juries, and legal systems to be completely impartial and free from personal biases or emotions. One argument for the possibility of objective justice is that there are laws, rules, and procedures in place to ensure fairness and impartiality. For example, in a criminal trial, both the prosecution and defense have the opportunity to present their cases, and the jury must base their verdict solely on the evidence presented in court. The judge must also follow the law and cannot let their personal opinions or biases influence their decision. In this sense, the legal system is designed to be objective and fair to all parties involved. However, critics of this view argue that even with laws and procedures in place, justice is always influenced by subjective factors. For example, the mere fact that a judge or jury has to interpret the law and evidence means that there is always room for personal interpretation and bias. Moreover, the way in which laws are enforced can also be influenced by subjective factors, such as the race, gender, or socioeconomic status of the defendant. Studies have shown that people from marginalized groups are more likely to be unfairly targeted by the justice system, suggesting that personal biases and prejudices can still play a role in determining outcomes. Another argument for subjective justice is that the concept of justice itself is inherently subjective. Different people and cultures have different ideas of what constitutes justice, and these ideas can vary widely depending on factors such as religion, politics, and social norms. For example, some societies may view capital punishment as a just punishment for certain crimes, while others may view it as a violation of human rights. Similarly, some individuals may believe that retribution is a just goal of the justice system, while others may believe that rehabilitation and reform are more important. So, where does that leave us? Can justice ever be truly objective, or is it always influenced by subjective factors? The answer is likely somewhere in between. While the legal system is designed to be fair and impartial, the fact that it is administered by human beings means that personal biases and prejudices can still come into play. Moreover, the concept of justice itself is subjective and varies depending on individual and cultural beliefs. Ultimately, the goal should be to strive for as much objectivity as possible while recognizing and addressing the subjective factors that can influence outcomes.